What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video, and today I'm going to talk about SARMS. Now, I don't know if you've heard about SARMS before, but basically they're out there as the new steroid. So I'm going to give you a quick breakdown on the benefits, the risks, and if they're actually worth taking. So stay tuned. So just before I start this video, I just want to make it clear that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional, I am not recommending anyone to take these. These are not fit for human consumption, so they're for research purposes only, and this video is purely for entertainment. So just get out of the way. So what are SARMS? So basically over the last couple of months I've been researching this. I basically came across this because looking at sort of forums on Reddit, speaking to friends in the gym, you know, other people like that, there seem to be a lot of people taking something called SARMS, and I don't know about you, but I didn't have a clue what they were. So I've been doing some research, sort of looking out there. One guy I've been sort of watching is Derek from More Plates, More Dates. He has some in-depth reviews on SARMS on his website, so go check that out. Also, another brilliant guy to watch is a guy called Ryan Akram. He basically has loads of videos breaking down an in-depth knowledge into these SARMS, so go check those guys out if you want a bit more of a in-depth view into it. So yeah, so what are SARMS? So the basic thing about SARMS is they were created basically for people who are having muscle wasting diseases, types of cancers. And basically these were developed to stop people from wasting muscles, stop them losing muscle, people who are seriously ill. But obviously some sort of boffin in a lab sort of thought one day, well, let's try and give it to people that haven't got muscle wasting diseases or cancers and see what happens. And lo and behold, that those people start actually gaining muscle quicker than they would do naturally. The most shocking thing I did find when obviously researching SARMS is the amount of younger people that are taking these. So these are people in the late teens and early 20s who are actually taking these SARMS, probably not knowing of the side effects, not knowing of the risks, stuff like that. Now the reason why the younger generation are taking SARMS is because they are actually legal to buy. You can actually buy them legally from the shop. The only thing is they are not fit for human consumption. So to be bought to test on your pet rat or pet, whatever, hamster, whatever it might be. Now, because they're legal to buy, they are quite easily accessible, but the market is not regulated. So basically what that means is that 1 in 3 SARMS are actually faked because there's no one regulating it. SARMS are actually quite expensive to produce, they're not cheap. So some people do fake them basically. So basically what SARMS will do is they'll specifically target your muscle fibers. That's what it basically stands for. So these are actually almost dose for dose, actually more stronger than steroids. But the difference is you take SARMS at a very lower dose than you would do steroids. So they are incredibly effective and incredibly potent. So definitely, the myth out there that, they're a sort of step up to steroids is definitely not the case. It's just that you take them in a lot lower doses. So let's get down to the rundown. Okay, so what are the types of SARMS and what are the benefits of taking SARMS? Now, looking at the research and everything, there is some popular, types of SARMS that people take. One of the most popular ones is something called RAD 140. So basically what this will do is it's taken at small doses of between something like 20 milligrams a day, but anywhere between 10 and 20 milligrams a day. And basically what this will do is it will increase your muscle mass, increase your definition, increase your vascularity, while also losing fat. So it absolutely sounds perfect, doesn't it, right? And there's other ones that people take like Ostrine and LGD. Basically what these do, Ostrine is for if you're wanting to build strength. So people that have been plateauing in the gym for a couple of months, an example is, I know a guy who was basically stuck on 80 kilograms on the bench press for about 2 months. He could not increase his reps or the strength for absolutely ages, no matter what he did. He started taking Ostrine. Within 2 weeks, he increased that to 85, and then within 6 weeks, he'd got to 100. So that's the sort of thing you'll see from SARMS, a massive increase in strength, about half the amount of time you would do naturally. So that's why it's so attractive to the younger generation, because you basically can get results a heck of a lot quicker. Now, another popular one on the market that when I've been looking is something called MK677. So basically this is a growth hormone secretagogue. So basically what this does is it tells your body to basically start growing like you're in your sort of teens. It encourages growth. So that's why a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll actually stack SARMS with MK677 because it's a good stacker basically. As I was saying, something like RAD 140 is that people will take this basically because you're going to increase your muscle mass, you're going to increase your strength, you're going to increase your vascularity, it's going to burn fat in half the amount of time you will do naturally. So this is why it's so popular with the younger generation. And what they do is they stack it with MK677, which is the growth hormone I talked about. And basically what this does, it just encourages your body to grow. It's basically telling your body to grow. So, you know, you'll find yourself, you're more hungry, you want to eat more, you know, you find it very easier to grow, you find it easier to recover really fast as well. That's a huge benefit of SARMS, that people do recover much quicker. Yeah, and you're going to see your lifts increase, you know, tenfold by taking these. So I know what you're thinking, right, this sounds too good to be true. You know, these supplements which are legal to buy, you know, have less side effects than steroids, you know, will increase my muscle strength, my physique, my endurance, you know, will burn fat. What's the downside? Well, everything has side effects, and SARMS are no different. They do have side effects. Now, the most reported side effect of all SARMS is a suppression in your natural testosterone. So what I mean by this is, because you're getting the benefits of testosterone from external source, your own body will basically go into sort of a light sleep and think, you know what, I don't have to actually produce as much testosterone anymore because, you know, we're getting it from external source. So what happens is that when you're doing a cycle of 8, you know, to 12 weeks of SARMS, and you're getting this external source of, you know, helping to build muscle, when you come off SARMS, your body is still in sleep mode. Your body's thinking, you know, we've had a nice holiday, I'm going to stay here now, forget going back to normal life. So basically what that means is, when you stop SARMS, is that because you have very low natural production of testosterone, you will feel like garbage. You will be tired, you will be grumpy, you'll be depressed, you'll have no sex drive, and basically that muscle and strength you've gained over those 8 to 12 weeks are going to start to diminish very quick. So you're going to lose a lot of those gains. So there is definitely side effects of SARMS. Now, there is a little way around this, and that's by taking something called a PCT, which is post-cycle therapy. Now, this is usually taken in the form of something like Tamoxifen or Clomid, and basically this is like taking, you take basically 20 milligrams, which is 1 tablet, every day for a month. And basically what this does is it stops your natural production of estrogen, which makes your body think it needs to produce more testosterone to compensate. So basically it gives your body that sort of electric shock to get going to normal. So if you are going to take SARMS, my recommendation is, from the research I've seen, is have a PCT on hand afterwards, you know, to get, you know, your testosterone back to normal levels. Now, of course, don't just take the PCT and, you know, take whatever you're going to take. If you are going to take it, get your blood work done first. Make sure you see where your sort of, you know, testosterone levels are, your other sort of liver profiles and everything like that. Make sure that's all healthy. And if you do need to, like I said, have a PCT on hand just in case. It's always good to have. Now, another side effect that's been reported, especially with stuff like RAD140 and the others, is hair loss. So if you are prone to hair loss anyway, this will speed it up a bit. So you are going to, you know, there is people that have taken it that do report hair loss, you know, have a receding hairline, you know, it does speed that up quite a lot. So that's definitely another side effect. So there is a range of side effects, so you have to be careful, do your own research, and make sure you're getting your blood checked as well if you are going to take it. That's all I can recommend. So yeah, so that's a quick breakdown of what SARMS are. Like I said, there's a lot of young people taking them out there. I'm really quite surprised, because when you are in sort of your late teens and 20s, that's the best time to build muscle, because you should have really good testosterone levels. You should be able to build muscle fairly easily than someone who's in their late 30s or 40s or 50s. And it's just a quick way to get where you need to be. It's a shortcut, and personally for me, I wouldn't recommend it if you're that sort of age, because you've got so many years ahead of you to build muscle, to work on technique, to get good workout plans, to get good diets, everything like that. Now, I can understand maybe someone who's in their 40s, who's plateauing, that isn't really seeing much progress in the gym. You know, they've been going to the gym for years and years. They might take SARMS to sort of break a plateau, to help them, you know, lose a bit of fat, to gain a bit more strength and muscle. But generally, you know, do your research. You know, like I said, go watch people like Derek from More Plates, More Dates. Go to his website. You know, he does give fantastic reviews and breakdowns. And also, you know, check out Ryan, you know, Akram's channel as well, because he, you know, has some really good videos about the benefits, side effects and dosage and stuff like that. So yeah, so thank you for watching. Like I said, it's been a couple of months of research doing this. I'm still researching and learning all the time. I find this sort of stuff really interesting, so I'm going to keep researching and let you know any more information I do find. But If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button down below and give the video a thumbs up, because it really helps the channel. YouTube do promote it more if you do interact with it, and I'll see you in the next video.